bells here in San Antonio. I'm just kidding. They actually represent the 5 founded missions here in San Antonio.
I guess coming back we'll be able to see folks, because right now we're looking at trees and plants and New Mexicans.
Now over here to the right is the Briscoe Western Art Museum. The Briscoe Western Art Museum started out as a public library from 1930 to 1968. Today it houses paintings, sculptures, saddles, spurs, Santa Ana sword, and Pancho Villa's last known saddle. Now tomorrow night, everybody, they're having a Briscoe Blast. It's the National Day of the Cowboy. It starts here at the Briscoe Museum at high noon till 4 p.m. They're going to be making stick ponies, barrel racing, chuck wagon cooking, pony printing press, vaquero video games, music by the Rhythm Rangers, Cool Down Corral. There's going to be food trucks and Ranger Creek beer. So if you guys don't have nothing to do tomorrow, you might want to check that out. And it's free to the public. I want to go just to make a stick pony. Now over here to the right, as we come out from underneath this bridge, you'll see a small sculpture on this small island. That sculpture is called the Father Massenet's Table. Now it was placed there in 1991 to commemorate the Mass given by Father Damien Massenet somewhere on the river here on June 13th, 1691. Now, this island is made up of nothing but the roots of this cypress tree is known to the locals as Marriage Island. A lot of people get married here on the weekends, and they say it brings good luck to be married there. Now right here where the Navarro Street Bridge sits today in the 1800s was known as the Old Mill Crossing. It was easy for wagons to cross here because it was shallow, flat, and hard packed, and they didn't have to unload and reload their cargo just to get across. It was also one of the most used wagon crossings here in San Antonio.
Very sciencey.
Now straight ahead, that red building with the green roof is the Bexar County Courthouse. Opened in 1896, the Bexar County Courthouse is the oldest continuously used courthouse here in Texas. And to our left is the Tower Life building. Now this 30-story tower opened June 1st, 1929, and is complete with grotesques, which are those ugly faces right there on the first level, gargoyles way up on top, and window trimming in a neo-Gothic architecture.
Ow, my back. Interesting. Very sciencey.
Yeah, you might get tired of walking if you did this whole thing.
Over here to our right is the Homewood Suites Hotel.
Hello, people.
Now this hotel started out as the San Antonio Drug Company from 1919 to 1963. Those are beautiful dogs.
Puppy.
Over here to the right is the International Center. Now the International Center was also a public library from 1968 to 1998. Today it houses offices from the United States, Mexico, Canada, and the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And at basement level here is one of 2 working marinas here in the park.
What's that?
Now this green light ahead as we're exiting floodgate 4 does not work as a traffic light. That green light lets us know that the gate that's open right here underneath us is completely open and safe to pass over. Now when it's activated to close, it comes up out of the water like a drawbridge and it works like a dam.
Ooh. Cool.
Now over here to the left and behind us as we turn this corner is the continuous flow of the San Antonio River. It continues on 138 miles before it meets up with the Guadalupe River, and then another 10 miles until it spills into the Gulf of Mexico. Over here to our right, you'll catch some of our little babies playing under that little walkway there. How cute are they? Now this is the deepest portion of the river, everybody. This portion of the river is called the flood bypass channel. It's 15 to 20 feet deep here, and that's because in September of 1921, there were two big storms that collided over San Antonio, and they caused devastating floods. The floods were 3 to 12 feet above street level. So the city of San Antonio and the Army Corps of Engineers had to come up with a plan to stop the flooding in the river bend. So after a lot of studies and tests, they came up with a plan to straighten out the river. So they dug out the land here between Gate 3 ahead of us that we'll turn into in a minute, and Gate 4 that we just came out of. And the project took 3 years. It started in 1926 and was complete in 1929.
Hotel.
Over here to our left is Main Plaza. Established in 1731, Main Plaza was the first municipality here in Texas. It is also home of the San Fernando Cathedral. Now, if you guys aren't busy tonight at 9:30, or 10, here's another, it's a light show that's held here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's held on the face of the cathedral, and it's free to the public. You just go sit in the Main Plaza and enjoy the show. Now, the main source of the river comes from 4 miles north of here from a spring called the Edward Aquifer. The Edward Aquifer also provides drinking water to the San Antonio metropolitan area. We're now entering Floodgate 3. Now Floodgate 3 is a chain-driven door. As you can see, the door is housed right above us. And when activated to close, it takes about 15 minutes to completely seal off the river. And when it works together with Gate 4 and 5, it controls the water level here in the riverbed and prevents flooding. Now over here to the right, there's a tree that grows out of the wall here with the lights on it. That's just something interesting there to look at.
Ooh, pretty. Christmassy.
And to the left is the Drury Inn and Suites over here. Now this building opened as a public service building in 1921, and this building was only open for 68 days before the floods of 21. And they say that the water level went to above the chandeliers that are hanging there now in the building.
Ooh, look at that. Pretty.
Now over here to the right is the Aztec Theater. Opened in 1926, the Aztec Theater opened as a silent theater. And today is the only Aztec-themed theater left here in Texas. And next door is the Mocara Hotel and Spa. Now that was the site of the L. Frank Saddle Company in 1901. By 1918, the L. Frank Saddle Company was the largest manufacturer of harnesses and saddles in the U.S. and also was the largest employer here in San Antonio. Now, how many people on board have seen the movie Selena? Now, this bridge right here is known as Selena's Bridge. This was the bridge that was in the movie with Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, nice.
It's known as Selena's Bridge, but it was dedicated to Robert Hugman, who was the concept architect for the Riverwalk. Now over here to the left-hand side is the Omni La Mansion Hotel. This hotel started out as the St. Mary's School for Boys in 1853. It later evolved into the St. Mary's Law School. When the school outgrew itself, they moved the campus to the west end of San Antonio. And in the mid-60s, they sold the property and remodeled into the hotel we see here today. Alright everybody, as we come out from under this bridge, if you guys look straight up to the left-hand side of the boat, you'll see an optical illusion. My left. Over this way.
Look up.
Straight up. This way. It's what appears to be a freestanding wall. opened in 1930 as the first full-service hospital in San Antonio, and it was also the first fully air-conditioned hospital in the nation.
Wow.
They have a fan in the window.
And at water level is home of Dick's Last Resort. Now, if you guys want to go to a restaurant and be treated badly on purpose, and you have a good sense of humor, you go to Dick's Last Resort. Because if you don't have a good sense of humor, it's not the place for you.
That's funny. That's funny.
You might run out crying.
Oh, that's sad.
Now, straight ahead is the Hyatt Regency. Now, before they could build the Hyatt, they had to do shadow testing on the height of the building to make sure that it wasn't going to block the setting sun from shining on the Alamo. It's also known as the passage to the Alamo, as you can see depicted on the double doors to the left, the shops of Paseo del Alamo.